Let's go back to the impeachment, the first impeachment of Donald Trump, as Paul Sperry has broken this huge story. Impeachment whistleblower was, quote unquote, in the loop of the Biden-Ukraine affairs that Trump wanted probed.
I read every word of this yesterday.
Is this this is an insane story when you stop and think about it. The whistleblower who sparked Donald Trump's first impeachment was deeply involved in the political maneuverings behind the Biden family business schemes in Ukraine that Trump wanted probed. Newly obtained emails from former Vice President Joe Biden's office reveals in 2019. And this was a big deal because, they went by this whole thing. If you remember the coverage, the whistleblower shall not be named to prevent, anybody targeting him or coming after him or retribution. In 2019, well, his name is Eric Carmela. And it was first revealed by Molly Hemingway, and I got a list.
Yeah, way back in 2019, and everybody freaked out about Molly Hemingway naming this alleged whistleblower, Eric Carmela, on the air. She got a network ban from Fox. She was blasted by her colleagues. Everybody freaked out about it. Well, it turns out she was right. And Paul Sperry continues on in this article, long article. Well, basically, this guy was working in the as a national security analyst attached to then Vice President Joe Biden. He was also a close advisor when Biden threatened to cut off the U.S. aid to Ukraine unless it fired its top prosecutor, Viktor Shokin, who was investigating the Ukraine-based Burisma Holdings that who worked for? Hunter Biden. At the time, the corruption-riddled energy plant was paying Biden's son Hunter millions of dollars. Those payments, along with other evidence tying Joe Biden, the vice president, to his family's business dealings, received little attention in 2019 as Carmela accused Trump of a corrupt quid pro quo. Now, remember, of course, he was not supposed to be named, because the integrity of the investigation. But so far, we know that now we know from all of this. And he jumped.
This guy worked for the DNC as an operative. Yep. He worked for Alexandra Chalupa, the creator of the Trump-Russia collusion hoax. He was fired from the National Security Council in 2017 for doing what? For leaks. And then he returned to work for who? James Clapper and the CIA. So he worked directly under James Clapper. He also worked and traveled. It was part of the team for Joe Biden. He served in the Obama administration. He worked for Brennan, and he's a registered Democrat. We're not supposed to ask, how the hell is this guy going to be the whistleblower? And everybody was losing their minds. And then, of course, an email came out, which basically is him responding when he finds out that Joe Biden threatened the guy to withhold the $1 billion. He responded with "yikes" because he knew that this was bad. It's just, and
Vindman prompted him to act too,
right? And then the whole Vindman had to be a hero himself, show up in his military garb to prove that he was some kind of hero, which he's not. It's just insane that the people that are supposed to be, we hired you for a job. You got one job, protect the country. Are out there doing everything they can to take us down and make us less safe.